Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B, the dude. We've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Football to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live and you go live. Also need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Nico Iamaliva out of 149. James Simon out of 149. JT Lindsay, 1 of 1. Donovan Olubode, 4 of 5. Gavin Sawchuk, 1 of 1. Noah Fafita, 3 of 7. And Savage Barry Sanders die cut, 9 of 10. Box number 2, Drew Brees out of 49. Devontae Adams out of 149. Elijah Olkey, 1 of 12. Antoine Hill Jr., 1 of 1. Ethan Kaliakmanis, 1 of 1. Ethan Grunkmeyer, 4 of 15. And Peyton Houston, Keegan Croucher, and Mason Holtzclaw, triple auto, 2 of 5. Box number 3, Colin Lacey, 116 out of 149. Ryan Williams, printing plate, 1 of 1. Gerard Pringle, 2 of 3. T.J. Lateef, 6 of 10. Jabari Mack, 12 of 12. Caleb Burton, 4 of 15. And Jeremiah Love, 7 of 7. Rob Gronkowski out of 49. Elijah Olkey out of 49. Matt Zollers, 4 of 10. Derek Cooper, 1 of 2. Caleb Jackson, 5 of 5. Justin Thurman, 1 of 1. And Ryan Williams, 1 of 15. Boom. Box number 5, Justice Haynes out of 149. Haynes King out of 149. Allen McCaskill, 1 of 5. Roydell Williams, 1 of 3. Jeray Tank Hawkins, 4 of 10. Elijah Badger, 2 of 7. And Garrett Nussmeier, 1 of 1. Arm Forces. Boom. Patrick Mahomes out of 49. Malachi Nelson out of 25. Will Griffin, 101. Trevor Jackson, 104. Aaron Anderson, 4-5. Frank Gore, 2 of 15. And Ryder Lyons, 425. Cam Davis out of 49. Andy Reid out of 149. Haynes King, 4 of 8. Luke Altmaier, 9 of 12. Cam Davis, 11 of 12. Hakeem Williams, 1 of 1. And DeMond Williams Jr., 9 of 25. Ryan Wingo out of 49. Garrett Nussmeier out of 149. Danny O'Neal, 3 of 15. Jaquez Petaway, 2 of 5. Monterey Foster Jr., 4 of 5. Achilles Smith Jr., 2 of 2. And Gunnar Stockton, 5 of 8. I don't recall any Colin Huck yet. Maybe in a little bit. Peyton Manning out of 149. Mason Holtzclaw out of 149. Cameron Edge, 4 of 5. CJ Daniels, 9 of 10. TJ Moore, 8 of 8. Max Brosmer, draft bound, 5 of 10. And Juju Lewis, Antoine Hill Jr., and Camario Taylor, 2 of 8, triple auto. Nice. Xavier Thomas, 7 of 49. Samuel Brown out of 149. Caden Salter, 3 of 10. Andrew Raplaya, 2 of 5. Jurian Dickey, 3 of 5. Lawrence Arnold, 3 of 10. And George McIntyre, 4 of 5. Box number 11. Michael Hawkins Jr. out of 49. Kyron Drones out of 49. Daniel Jackson, 1 of 1. Rashad Amos, 4 of 5. Jordan Tyson, 5 of 25. Austin Simmons, 1 of 10. And Ted Tyrone McMillan, draft bound, 5 of 5. And final box to break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. Tyreek Hill out of 149. Darian Mensah out of 149. Penny Boone, 1 of 2. Chalk it up to Tyreek Hill, 1 of 10. That's a cool one. Phil Maffa, 10 of 10. Xavier Restrepo, 8 of 15. And Thomas Castellanos, 1 of 1. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, we've got a hit recap coming up, followed by the randoms getting taken care of. If you are an NT Baseball, that is coming up next, followed by Impeccable Golf, and then Pop at the top of the hour. So stick around if you're in any of those, or feel free to come back. For the hits, Nico Iamaleava, James Simon, JT Lindsay, Donovan Olugbode, Gavin Sawchuk, Noah Fafita, Barry Sanders, Drew Brees, Devontae Adams, Elijah Olkey, Antoine Hill, Ethan Kaliakmanis, Ethan Grunkmeyer, Colin Lacey, Ryan Williams, Gerard Pringle, TJ Lateef, Jabari Mack, Caleb Burton, Jeremiah Love, Rob Gronkowski, Elijah Olkey, Matt Zollers, Derek Cooper, Caleb Jackson, Justin Thurman, Ryan Williams, Justice Haynes, Haynes King, Alton McCaskill, Roydell Williams, Jeray Hawkins, Elijah Badger, Garrett Nussmeier, Patrick Mahomes, Malachi Nelson, Will Griffin, Trevor Jackson, Aaron Anderson, Frank Gore, Ryder Lyons, Cam Davis, Andy Reid, Haynes King, Luke Altmaier, Cam Davis, Hakeem Williams, Damon Williams Jr., Ryan Wingo, Garrett Nussmeier, Danny O'Neill, Jaquez Petaway, Monterey Foster Jr., Achilles Smith Jr., Gunnar Stockton, Peyton Manning, Mason Holtzclaw, Cameron Edge, CJ Daniels, TJ Moore, Max Brosmer, Xavier Thomas, Samuel Brown, Caden Salter, Andrew Aplaya, Urian Dickey, Lawrence Arnold, G-Mac, Michael Hawkins Jr., Kyron Jones, Daniel Jackson, Rashad Amos, Jordan Tyson, Austin Simmons, Tetaro McMillan, Tyreek Hill, Darian Mensah, Penny Boone, Tyreek Hill, Phil Maffa, Xavier Restrepo, Thomas Castellanos. And for the multis, we've got two of them, two triples, Juju Lewis, Antoine Hill Jr., Camario Taylor, and Peyton Houston, Keegan Croucher, and Mason Holtzclaw. I'm going to take these to random.org real quick. You can get them to their rightful homes. For everybody else, thank you for being here, being part of the break. We have plenty more cases of this. This is the brand new thing from Leaf, so we've got a lot of it, as well as some older stuff. Look forward to having y'all back in here soon. And hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. For the rest of you, we'll be back with NT Baseball in give or take 5 minutes. Gonna get this set up and run the random, we'll be good to go. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gonna roll some dice. Gonna be 3 or higher to be bound for us. Gonna go 6 times on each random, starting off with Juju Lewis, Antoine Hill Jr., and Camario Taylor. That is 5 times. 2 plus 4 is 6. Bottom roll. That is Camario Taylor coming out on top. Congratulations. And Peyton Houston, Keegan Croucher, and Mason Holtzclaw. That is 5 times. Final roll. Keegan Croucher staying on top. Congratulations. All right, that is it for football. We are on to NT baseball here in just a second. Going to get that set up and good to go. Hit you guys back here in a minute. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we got one case of 2024 Penny NT baseball to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live on eBay Live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1. Braden Taylor out of 49. Luis Angel Acuna out of 75. Cade Horton out of 99. Out of 25, Adrian Santana. Colson Montgomery out of 99. And Colson Montgomery or Elvis Martinez out of 99. Dual patch auto booklet. I feel like that happened the exact same way in the last case that we had. Austin Wells out of 25. Cool, what a patch. 6 of 10, Mick Abel. That's beautiful. Enrique Bradfield Jr. out of 99. Also a great patch. And Dustin Pedroia out of 49. Box number 2. Out of 75, Greg Maddux. Jackie Robinson out of 99. Elijah Green out of 99. Jonathan Class, 5 of 10. Andrew Painter out of 99. Charlie Keller, 1 of 10. Great patch. Samuel Zavallo out of 99. Josh Noth, 60 out of 99. Ruben Sierra, 6 of 10. And patch auto out of 25, Carlos Beltran. He did not understand the assignment. Got a redemption on the back. Out of 75, Christian Campbell. Paul Skeens, 90 out of 99. Thomas White, out of 99. Juan Bin Chiu, out of 99. Essen Kierstad, out of 99. Scott Rowland, 1 of 10. Ben Rice, 30 out of 49. Nolan Shanuel, 24 of 49. Luis Angel Acuna, 53 out of 99. And redemption. Clutch Factor Signatures Hollow Gold out of 10. Leo DeVries. Boom. Final box to break, box number 4. Ronnie Maurizio, 54/75. Stan the Man Musial, 36 out of 99. Emerald, 1 of 5. Nazan Donatello. Nice patches. Moises Ballesteros out of 99. Jackson Churio out of 99. Bernie Williams, 20 of 25. Sick patch. Anthony Gutierrez, 45 of 49. Charlie Soto, 17 of 49. Tremar Johnson, 57 out of 99. And final card of the break will be Marcelo Mayer, 1 of 99. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of the random. For the hits, Christian Campbell, Paul Skeens, Thomas White, Juan Ben Cho, Heston Kierstad, Scott Rowland, Ben Rice, Nolan Shanuel, Luis Angel Acuna, Leo DeVries, Ronnie Maurizio, Stan Musial, Nizan Donatello, Moises Ballesteros, Jackson Churio, Braden Taylor, Luis Angel Acuna, Cade Horton, Adrian Santana, Colson Montgomery, Austin Wells, Mick Abel, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Dustin Pedroia, Greg Maddux, Jackie Robinson, Elijah Green, Jonathan Klass, Andrew Painter, Charlie Keller, Samuel Zavala, Josh Noth, Ruben Sierra, Carlos Beltran, Bernie Williams, Anthony Gutierrez, Charlie Soto, Tremar Johnson, Marcelo Mayer. And for the dual booklet, Colson Montgomery and Orelvis Martinez. Dual patch auto. Alright, that is it for baseball. We're going to head to random.org real quick and get this squared away. Then we are on to Impeccable. Impeccable Live Golf. Coming up in give or take 10 minutes. So we'll catch you guys back in here for that. And then Pop is top of the hour. Alright, I'm going to get this over to random.org and we'll be good to go with Live Golf after. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice. Gonna be 3 or higher to be valid for us. Gonna go 8 times on the random. I can do addition. 8 times, 5 plus 3. Good luck to you two, Colson Montgomery and Orelvis Martinez. That is 7 times. Final roll. That is Colson Montgomery coming out on top. Congratulations. That is pretty much a carbon copy of the last case. Wow. All right. We'll be back in give or take 5-6 minutes to get going with Live Golf. See you guys back here then. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case at 2024. Janie Impeccable Live Golf to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks, and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Live Golf Lover, I think you're in the right spot. Strictly judging by the name. Box number 1, Matt Jones out of 99. Lucas Herbert, 16/20. Yubin Zhang, 73 out of 99. Danny Lee, 13/46. Adrian Moran, 30 out of 99. Ian Poulter, 13/40. And 25/49, Peter Uline. And for our Troy Ounce, /30, Dean Burmester. Boom. This is really heavy. This definitely has a Troy Ounce in here, I think. Yep, it does. That is interesting. Andy Ogletree, 11 out of 25. Frederick Kietrip, 62 out of 99. 40 out of 99, Luis Oosthuizen. Yubin Zhang, 79 out of 99. And 26 of 30, Abraham Answer. Troy Ounce. Mito Pereira out of 64. Terrell Hatton, 13/46. And Ian Poulter, 4/25. Majestics. Final box of the break. Box number 3. Good luck and luck. Brennan Steele, 7/36. Dustin Johnson, 2/10. Mito Pereira out of 99. Yubin Zhang, 68 out of 99. Phil Mickelson, 29/34. Nice. Richard Bland out of 99. Joaquin Neiman, Stainless Star, 37 out of 54. And finally, Brendan Steele, 26 out of 90. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, we will have more of this coming up. 2 case hits, that is correct. And one of them was inside like a pack, so that's interesting. I think that's the second case we've had like that. That's pretty cool. For the hits, Matt Jones, Lucas Herbert, Yubin Zhang, Danny Lee, Adrian Moran, Ian Poulter, Peter Uline, Andy Ogletree, Frederick Kietrip, Luis Oosthuizen, Yuban Jang, Mito Pereira, Terrell Hatton, Ian Poulter, Brendan Steele, Dustin Johnson, Mito Pereira, Yuban Jang, Phil Mickelson, Richard Bland, Joaquin Neiman, and Brendan Steele. Case hit number 1, Dean Burmaster out of 30. And Abraham Answer, 26 of 30. Alright, that will do it for Impeccable Live Golf. Thank you guys for being here on a Tuesday morning, spending a little bit of that here with us. Hope you have a great start to your week. And we are on to 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century here at the top of the hour. Going to get that set up and good to go. Catch you guys back here in a few. Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Pete. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, you mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Start off with our press proofs of Dennis O'Hare and Robin Thicke. Laura Flynn Boyle, 4/4. Sean Astin, 1/1. Charlie Sheen, 2/7. And 1/1, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and John Bernthal. Boom. We'll take that. Box number two. Kathy Moriarty and Shaz Palmentary. Mike Milak, 3/5. Matthew Lillard, 5/7. William Shatner, 1/1. And Miss Susan Sarandon, 3/5. Box number three, Jenny McCarthy and Katie Seagal. Nancy Kwan, 3/7. John Capellas, 3/4. Misery Pro Redemption for the Pro Redemption spot. And Jesse Metcalf, 77/100. On card. John Carpenter, and printing plate 1/1 for Tracy Curry. Michael O'Keefe, 1/3. Jeremy Piven, 8/10. Joey Fatone, 1/10. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, 77/500 on card. Simu Liu and Danny Elfman. Melissa Gilbert, 1/1. Juliette Lewis, 3/6. Paul Bettany, 1/1. And Danny Glover, 1/1. Nice. Box number 6. Anya Morris. And dual press proof, Giselle Bundchen and Christy Brinkley. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those ladies. Dan Larea, 3 of 6. Giancarlo Esposito, 4 of 5. Edward Furlong, 3 of 20. And Benedict Cumberbatch, 1 of 1. Nice. Chevy Chase and Leah Thompson. Amy Osbeck, 2 of 3. Nathan Morris, 1 of 5. Sada Baby, 3 of 5. And Ozzy Osbourne, 1 of 1. Boom. Box number 8. Anson Williams and Josh Radnor. Jimmy Walker, 3 of 6. Angelica Houston, 1 of 1. Chevy Chase, 8 of 25. And Chuck Norris, 3 of 3. Boom. Bo Derek and John Glovin. Anson Williams, 4 of 4. John Travolta, 4 of 4. Rose McGowan, 1 of 1. And Michael Douglas on card, 23 out of 100. And final card, or final box of the break, I should say. Box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Mackenzie Phillips and Leanne Curtis to round out the press proofs. Oh, wow. I got something nice here. Chris Kirkpatrick, 4 of 7. Not the nice one. Tom Sandoval, 19 of 20. Frank Fair, 3 of 7. And co-stars Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John McGinley, and Tony Todd. 1 of 1 sextuple auto. Boom. Well, that is a good way to close this out and to end things. Go ahead and get a hit recap going, then we'll take care of the randoms. For the hits, Robin Thicke, Dennis O'Hare, Laura Flynn Boyle, Sean Astin, Charlie Sheen, Chaz Palminteri, Kathy Moriarty, Mike Mylock, Matthew Lillard, William Shatner, Susan Sarandon, Katie Seagal, Jenny McCarthy, Nancy Kwan, John Capellos, Pearl Mystery Redemption. Jesse Metcalf, John Carpenter, Tracy Curry, Michael O'Keefe, Jeremy Piven, Joey Fatone, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Danny Elfman, Simu Liu, Melissa Gilbert, Juliette Lewis, Paul Bettany, Danny Glover, Wanye Morris, Dan Larea, Giancarlo Esposito, Edward Furlong, Benedict Cumberbatch, Leah Thompson, Chevy Chase, Amy Osbeck, Nathan Morris, Sada Baby, Ozzy Osbourne, Josh Radnor, Anson Williams, Jimmy Walker, Angelica Houston, Chevy Chase, Chuck Norris, John Glover, Bo Derek, Anson Williams, John Travolta, Rose McGowan, Michael Douglas, Leanne Curtis, Mackenzie Phillips, Joey Fatone, Chris Kirkpatrick, Tom Sandoval, Frank Fair, and going to random.org, Dual Press Proof, Giselle Bundchen and Chrissy Brinkley, Dual Auto, 1 of 1, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and John Bernthal, and 1 of 1 co-stars, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John McGinley, Tony Todd. Boom. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for being here on a Tuesday, spending a little bit of your morning here with us. Really do appreciate that. Hope you have a great start to your week, and we look forward to having you back in here for some more pop. We do have more of this, as well as 2023 up now. And I think we have 2022 and 2024 as well, also coming in the future. So stay tuned for that. Look forward to having you back. And we are on to random.org to get these to their rightful homes. We'll get that set up and be back in a few seconds. Stay tuned. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice, gotta be through or high to be valid. Gonna go 8 times on each random, starting off with the press proof of Giselle Bundchen and Christy Brinkley. That is 7 times. 2 plus 6 is 8. Final roll. It is Giselle Bundchen coming out on top. Congratulations. Next up is the dual auto 1 of 1 of Jeffrey D. Morgan and John Bernthal. That is 7 times. Final roll. Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming out on top. Congratulations. That is a sick one. And finally, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John C. McGinley, and Tony Todd. Sextuple auto 1 of 1. That is 7 times. Final roll. And it is Keith David coming out on top. Congratulations on that win. All right, that is it for us for today. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We look forward to having you back here sometime soon. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.